Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up, weekdays, catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits, as it should. At least I hope it is. If it's not, then just remember you are loved. Okay? But anyway, hopefully you guys are all doing well out there. We got a new case that is now brimming, coming straight out of Nashville. And I told you guys last night that we had a lot of other stories to cover, a lot of other pieces, a lot of other things that need to be looked at, light shown upon these other cases. And now we got another one, which is very, very interesting. And I know a lot of people are questioning about this young man of Riley Strain, 22 years old. We're going to be talking about that this evening. And this afternoon. Sorry. This afternoon, we're going to be talking about it. And we're going to jump right into this. Okay, guys? So please do me a favor. Again, I hope you guys are all doing well. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching this show right here. I do appreciate every single last one of y'all for being here and being a part of the conversation, because I know this is still a very brand new case. Still a very brand new mystery, but we need to shed light on these other cases that are percolating out here in these streets. So please do me a favor, hit that like button down below, crush it, make it scream out your name. You know the deal. Okay, we need to get word out here, and hopefully we can help find Riley. All right, so please show some love, hit that like button down below. If you're watching on Facebook, crush that reaction button down below. Okay, hit that reaction button. All right, don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, crush that follow button on my Facebook page, please and thank you. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, crush that subscribe button. If you're watching on any other platform right now, please be sure to follow me on that platform. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, hit that join button, become a member of the family on my YouTube channel. All right, just by simply hitting that join button down below. You can also join my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's in the ticker going that way or that way right now as we speak. So go check it out. Check out my merch page, pascalmerch.com. Okay, I'm sure there's gonna be something in there you'll enjoy and love. So please go check that out when you can. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, and of course, I appreciate the love and the support. Thank you guys for being here. Anyway, let's get into this conversation, shall we? I mean, this is a very this is heartbreaking. No matter what, we don't know what's going on here. A lot of people are still trying to figure out what the heck is going on here with this case. There is a lot of footage, little street cam footage that's being shown out here, showing this young man by the name of Riley Strain. He is 22 years old. He is a University of Missouri student, or as we all like to call it, Mizzou. Okay, he is a Mizzou college student. He went to Nashville to go kick it, have a good time with other fellow frat members, other brothers of his fraternity. And allegedly, he was kicked out of a Luke Bryan bar, okay, or a bar that's owned by Luke Bryan, and he was never heard or seen from again. So a lot of people are wondering what the heck is going on here. Family, friends are asking, pleading the public for help to try to find this young man. The footage is very interesting. Okay, I will be real. The footage is very interesting, but it also is extremely telling, to me at least. I mean, he got kicked out for some specific reason, and I think, right now he could be anywhere. Okay, but he also could have walked into some really dangerous situations because of how he looked walking around in these Nashville streets. We're going to get into it in a second, but ZOU, come on now. Okay. MIZZOU. Okay. If you guys don't know. Okay. But for those of y'all who are from Mizzou, I mean, shoot, give me some yellow and black heart emojis in the chat. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you graduated there, all right. If you matriculated at Mizzou, that's fire. That's dope. Okay. But again, 22-year-old Riley Strain is nowhere to be found. So, of course, we are kind of curious as to what happened here. What's going on? Why did this happen? Right? So I got a little bit of an article for you guys. We're going to look at this article. We got a whole bunch of news clips, interviews with family, surveillance footage, all that. So get comfortable. We got a lot to look at for real. Because again, I'm still curious as to what happened here. And also I have questions. I got a lot of questions surrounding him leaving and the fact that he left allegedly alone as well. I got questions about that, y'all. And also maybe a little PSA from Pascal. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, okay? But Riley Strain, 22-year-old Mizzou student, missing in Nashville. So let's take a look at this. And these are just some bullet points that we should have in the back of our head right now as we speak, okay? He's 22. He went missing Friday night in Nashville. He was escorted out of Luke's 32 Bridge, okay, which is Luke Bryan's bar in Nashville, okay, around 9:30 p.m. for being overserved. So let me just say this. 9:30 p.m. is early in the evening if you're going out kicking it, okay? Let's keep that an absolute 110% real. That is kind of early, okay? But let's not forget, he was out with a lot of his brothers, a lot of his fraternity brothers. So there may have been some pre-gaming before they went to the bars. You see what I'm saying? And he may have had a little bit too many before he even got to Luke's 32 Bridge. Okay. Just something to think about. Okay. But he was kicked out of this bar for being too drunk. Long story short, I think it's interesting when they say overserved, but he was wasted. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be wondering, did somebody slip him something? Was his drinks laced in all that? I don't know. All I know is that college drinking is way different from just being a regular adult drinking. It is a completely different world, okay? And fraternities like to kick it, okay? They kick it. And when they party hard. Okay, no disrespect, but we all have heard stories. We all know stories. And for those of y'all who have gone into, sororities or in fraternities, y'all know that Greek life. That Greek life is no joke. Okay. And when they drink, they drank. So the fact that he was there and kicked out by 9:30, to me says a lot. To me says that before he got there, he was already gone. Okay. He was probably stumbling into that mug big time. And probably a bunch of other guys were too, but maybe he was the most visibly drunk out of the group. You never know, okay? Greek life is no joke. Yes, Jenny Price, Greek life is party life. Let's keep it a buck, okay? If you've seen one Van Wilder movie, you've seen them all. You know what I mean? Even the ones without Ryan Reynolds, okay? Just saying that frat life is real, okay? But moving on, all right? His phone was last pinged on the opposite side of town from a hotel at 10:15 p.m. So within 45 minutes of him getting kicked out, walking through these Nashville streets, somehow his phone found its way to a hotel. 45 minutes on the opposite side of town in a hotel. which is very interesting. Okay. And like I said, we're going to be looking at surveillance footage and all that. And it's very telling, at least about his mental and physical state at that moment. Okay. Of after him being kicked out. All right. So let's take a look at this. All right. Okay, so a Missouri family is pleading for the public's help for their 22-year-old son's disappearance Friday in Nashville. Riley Strain was in Music City for a fraternity conference, oh my Lord, with his Delta Chi fraternity brothers over the weekend when he went missing after getting kicked out of Luke's 32 bridge. His friend discovered he was not at their hotel Saturday morning and alerted his family. Now, one thing I want to say really quick, just this right here, that he was at a fraternity conference. Do you understand? That's like a trifecta. That's like the Super Bowl of fraternity parties. Are you kidding me? This man was probably inebriated for the whole time. As soon as he got onto a bus or got into a car driving to Nashville, or if they flew over there, whatever. He had been kicking it from the time he set foot on Nashville soil. Let's keep it real. Okay, this is you're getting all the big time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, frat life is party life. You got all the party lifers together in one place at one time. You know for a fact they're drinking. Okay, you know for a fact they're kicking it hard as well. Red Solo cups everywhere, okay? And a whole lot of shots of Fireball, okay? Let's keep it real. So, this kid was kicking it. We know that. It's your worst nightmare, really, Ryan Gilbert. This was Strain's father said, okay? So, Riley Strain disappears. The University of Missouri student had been cut off by a bartender at Luke Bryan's bar, 32 Bridge Food and Drink, after he was overserved. Okay. This is what Stepfather Whiteid, okay, said. Chris Whiteid. Hopefully I'm saying it right. A friend of Strain's attempted to leave the bar with him as security led Strain out of the bar around 9:30 p.m. But the security team would not let him out at that point, according to Strain's stepfather. So they're saying that the friend tried to leave with Riley and security would not let him leave with Riley. That doesn't make any sense. By the time Strain's friend was let out of the bar, Strain had already left the outside area of the bar. Another one of Strain's friends called Strain on the phone. Strain told them he was heading back to the hotel room. Instead, his stepfather said Riley's phone was pinged at 10:15 p.m., 45 minutes later, in the opposite direction of the hotel. So, I mean, and that's a big deal. So he was going the wrong way, if that, and he was on the opposite side of the city by his lonesome, inebriated. That's not good news, okay? There's been no word from him since. Of course, this is another photo of him. This is the same photo I used in my thumbnail, but at the same time, you know, he's a tall, skinny, he's tall, skinny, looks like, okay? Young-looking guy. He's 22 years old, y'all, and was very inebriated. And I will say this too, okay? Let's just say he went on and he tied one on really hard, okay? He kicked it really, really hard. You'd think that the very next day when he sobered up, when he woke up from his drunken stupor, whatever it may be, he'd call friends, he'd, I don't know, hail an Uber, a cab, walk even back to the hotel room. But the fact that he has not shown up, that he's not come back yet, okay, since he went missing on March 8th, for crying out loud, that to me says a lot too. It feels like something may have happened to him. Okay. Something bad may have happened to this young man. Okay. And man, it's not good. But like I said, we're going to be seeing some footage here in a second. Okay. So a couple of hours later, Riley went missing. The 22-year-old called his mother, okay, on FaceTime from one of the city's venues. He said, I guess she said, he and his buddy were having a good time and just wanted to show me that he was having a good time. Okay, and this is what she said allegedly to on Morning in America, which I think we're going to be looking at that actual clip here in a second. Strain and his mother have a very close relationship, so it wasn't unusual for them to talk multiple times a day. His mom said there was nothing out of the ordinary when she talked to him on Friday night. He was sending me text messages after we FaceTimed. He sent a text saying, "I love you," and pictures of him and his buddies at different bars to his mom after they talked on the phone. They were just showing me that they were having a good time. This is what his mother said. So, as soon as Strain's parents and step-parents were notified of his disappearance, the four made their way to Nashville as quickly as possible. On Tuesday, Ryan Gilbert said they did not know what has happened to their son. We really don't know we don't really know right now. We hear different stories of different scenarios, he said. The family said that they are waiting on the police to pull a digital footprint on what might have gone on after Riley left the bar Friday night. His family said he is hard to miss he's really tall. Shoot, he's a little bit taller than me. He stands at 6 feet 7 inches, 160 pounds. Okay, with blue eyes, blonde hair. His mom described him as fun and outgoing. Yeah, he's tall. He's a very tall man. They should be able to quickly find him. I mean, 6 foot 7 inches. He kind of stands out in the crowd. Ba-dum ting. Given the time frame that we've been able to narrow down to, they should be able to start finding his digital footprint based on cameras. So the Metro Nashville Police Department said they have done both hospital and jail checks, because I know somebody just asked about jail checks, okay? But they have done both hospital and jail checks, but have found nothing. Police records show his friends tried to use Riley's Snapchat location to find him, but were unable to see him in the area of the last reported location. Strain's case has been handed off to the department's missing persons team, but the family said that the officer who took their initial report on Saturday night has remained active with the family and actively working with his parole to search and follow up on anything they may find. Communications director for the University of Missouri said Monday afternoon that the event Riley and his frat brothers were attending was not affiliated with the university. Mizzou is now offering counseling resources on campus, and university officials have been in touch with Riley's family and police in Nashville. Now, and of course it makes sense, because I mean, there's a lot of people that are sitting there going, damn, like we were just doing shots with him. We were kicking it with him. We were talking about girls at the bar. We were trying to get girls' numbers, blah, 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 being young, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. And we don't know where he went. He just vanished. Again, his signal just turned off, it seems like. The last ping was on the opposite side of the city, in the opposite direction of where he was supposed to be. He's on the opposite side, away from the actual hotel, right? Now that could be, we could chalk that up as somebody being just wasted and just not knowing their direction. Let's be real. This is a young man in a city that he may not know that well, right? He may not know that Nashville at all, but he came in there to kick it, have a good time over in this new city. And he could have just lost all sense of direction. That could be it too. Let's not forget, this is also a young man that was extremely inebriated, allegedly. I'm going to let you guys see the footage here in just a second, or just a minute, and you guys can tell me what you think, and how you feel about how messed up he really is. But no matter what, he could have gone the wrong direction because he's a stranger in a strange land. He's also inebriated. Sense of direction could be completely off. Let's not forget, this is somebody who could have been wasted. Okay? Let's not forget that too. And, for those of y'all who have been wasted before, sometimes there's the blackout moment, even brownout, where you just don't even know. You just wake up the next day going, how the hell did I get home? Okay. And why don't I have money in my pocket anymore? You see what I'm saying? Plenty of stories like that. Shoot. They made movies like The Hangover, for crying out loud. Let's not forget that. They made a whole franchise about a bunch of dudes going out there getting crazy wasted and then waking up the next day with Mike Tyson's tattoo on their face and going, how did I get here? How did this get on my face? This is wild and zany. Let's make a trilogy. That's a whole other conversation in itself. But you know what I mean, okay? So it doesn't make any sense. But the fact that he was out there, there is surveillance footage showing him, and then all of a sudden he just, like that, just vanishes out of thin air, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, especially when you have somebody who is that inebriated. Doesn't make sense. So we're going to take a look at that here in a second, okay? But before we jump into everything, I got a few videos that we're going to be looking at, and they're not really in chronological order, okay? They're not really in, well, they might be in it. They might be a little bit in chronological order, but just ride with me. Hit the number one. Let me know you guys can hear this.
We begin with developing news we're following out of downtown Nashville tonight. The search for a visiting college student who hasn't been seen or heard from since Friday night. Thanks for being with us, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston. Take a look here. Police say Riley Strain was enjoying Lower Broadway with his fraternity brothers when he seemingly vanished. News Channel 5's Hunter Hoagland talked with Riley's family, who are understandably desperate for answers.
Through the hustle and bustle of busy Broadway, a Missouri family is in the middle of a mystery.
I just need to know where my son is.
Michelle Whiteid is heartbroken, going on night 3 without her son.
We talk every day, multiple times a day. And this is the longest I've ever gone without talking to him. It's devastating.
I got to be real. It is really devastating to hear from the family, especially a mother who is tight with her son, right? He's a mama's boy, and that's not a bad thing, okay? Shout out to you mama's boys, real talk. There needs to be more of them out here in these streets. But at the same time, I can only imagine the fact that she's having these conversations, she is very tight with her son, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Oh, he's having a great time. He's doing wonderful. And then the very next day, you're getting phone calls about this. It is heartbreaking and scary. Real talk. It is. I can only imagine. Okay. Shoot. I can't even imagine. Okay. Yeah, it's hopefully we can help find him. Right. Let's continue.
I just want to find him and hug him.
Riley Strain, a senior at Mizzou, visited Nashville for a weekend getaway. Metro police say the 22-year-old in town with fraternity brothers had been kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar on Friday night and never seen again.
The boys called and told us that Riley was missing.
Riley's parents, Michelle and Chris, made the 7-hour drive from Springfield, Missouri to search a loud and busy street for their son, all while trying to stay hopeful.
You know what? I need to say something because I got to hop in and out of this thing for fair use and all that. I know it's annoying, but first off, let me just say this. Somebody just said it a second ago. I just pulled it up. Okay. I just pulled it up, but 110%. Yeah. What Kay just said. Okay. First off, that's a real cry. That's a real concerned mother's cry. I just want to let you guys know that in case you forgot what that looks like, because it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks. I hate to say that because we, under different circumstances, you know what I mean? I don't want to be talking about this. Okay. I'd rather this son be home talking about, I'm going to be hungover for 2 whole weeks. I drank so much. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's a real mother's concerned, devastated cry. Okay. Haven't seen that in a while. Hate to say it like that. But at the same time, that's a real cry. The other thing I want to say too, which I think is absolute BS. I'm going to say it now because I'm going to say it, I'm going to be saying a bunch of things throughout this show. Get used to it. It's called the Pascal Show. But here's the thing. I hate the culture. I hate the bar and drinking culture when it comes to men and female, male and female. When it comes to the treatment of men that are inebriated and the treatment of women when they're inebriated. Now, I know that's a very broad stroke, very black and white, what I'm saying here. There's a lot of gray in between. There's a lot of stories where we hear women leaving a bar, okay, of some sort, and they're disappearing too. We've heard stories of some sort like this before. But the fact that this bar kicked him out, this guy was clearly very visibly inebriated. They did not let a friend leave the bar, allegedly, did not let one of his buddies, one of his brothers, walk out with him. And then as soon as he turned and kicked rocks, they didn't care. Now, I get because of legal stuff, they need him to leave because of legal issues, so on and so forth. And we don't know what happened inside that bar, what got him kicked out in the first place. But at the same time, if he was female, this situation would have been a lot different, guys. If Riley was female, so I'm going to say she from this moment for the example, she would have had her best friend with her. Okay? Even if there was like a little patio area outside of the bar and she was drunk, they would have let them be out there. They would have let the friend walk with, example, female Riley. You see what I'm saying? They would have waited for the Uber. You know what I'm saying? At least the bouncer, okay, security, whatever, would have been sitting there watching, making sure whatever. You see what I'm saying? I know that it's a very broad stroke with what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is the treatment between men and women can drastically be different when it comes to the level of intoxication that's going on. I've just seen there be a lot of care when it comes to females. And then if he's drunk, just let him walk it off. Let him walk it off. Effing, jerk. Walk it off. Females, whoa, we got to make sure. Whoa, sit down. Well, hey, friend, blah, blah, blah. Get her some water. You okay? Everything cool? You see what I'm saying? It's just a little bit different. I'm not sitting here saying it's every time, okay? But it is a broad stroke of a situation, okay? I have seen it multiple times. Multiple. Oh, he's wasted. And he's just sitting there like, stumbling all over himself. No one's offering him a chair, at least. In fact, they're trying to get the guy out of there. Like literally, even if he's outside of the physical encasement of the bar, he's on the patio, but he's still stumbling and he looks wasted. They're trying to get him gone. They're trying to bye-bye. Get out of here. I know it's the same thing with women too, but at the same time, there's a little bit more care. I understand you ladies, you beautiful women, okay? You beautiful, delicate flowers, you. But at the same time, there should be the same amount of care and treatment for the fellas as well. He walked off and no one gave a damn. The bouncer didn't care, didn't try to stop him and say, yo, your boy's coming to get you. Or whatever it is. I get it. These bouncers are not babysitters. Okay, that's not their job. Their job is to make sure that they maintain peace and good times in that bar. But sometimes when things like this happen, there should be a little bit of care. He walked off and no one cared. That just seems weird, y'all. That just seems weird. Just saying the truth. Okay. I've bartended a many bar and I've seen this countless times. And I'm like, damn, sure, he was overserved. He's wasted, right? Sure, she was overserved. Put the same people in the same scenario at that same bar. What's the treatment going to be? It's both different. It's unfortunate. I wish that they would have treated this young man a little bit differently, with a little bit more care. Or at least let the friend walk out with him. That doesn't make any sense. That part seems a bit weird. Friend wasn't allowed to walk out of the bar with him? Why the hell not? That makes no sense. And then he left. And they're like, bye. What? This dude's wasted. I don't know. That's just me. Those are just my thoughts. Let's continue.
He's such a great kid. Such a great kid. He's supposed to graduate at Mizzou in May.
His family says they pinged Riley's phone from Life 360, showing his last known location was here at Public Square Park, only about half a mile away from Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway. Metro Police shared these photos with us. It is the last known image of the 22-year-old, with Riley standing at 6'7" tall.
That's a tall kid.
His family hopes his face will stick out in a crowd of others.
Now, that's the other thing, too. He's 6'7". He's a few inches taller than me. This is a tall kid. I just don't know how anyone would not see him, okay? How they would miss this kid. This is a very big guy. Okay, at least tall. Like in the video, you'll see he's skinny. He's 160 pounds, they said. If the reporting is correct, that is like he's a toothpick. Okay, he's very skinny. Okay, but he's tall as hell. You can't miss that. You just can't.
If Riley is watching this tonight, what is one thing you guys just want him to know?
Oh God, bud, we love you so much. So much. And we're all looking for you. All of us.
Yeah, that's a real concerned mother. That's what, you remember that? It sucks to say that, but that's a real mother's concern. Yeah. And I hope we find him. You know what I mean? I really do. He doesn't deserve this. The treatment and see, okay. You know, I got so much to say. You know, you got St. Patty's Day coming up this weekend. Isn't it this weekend? I think it's this weekend. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on. And there's so many situations that could be for all of us that are susceptible to tragedy that could just happen, right? We're going to talk, fam. We're going to talk. We got more videos we're going to take a look at. Hold on. Just a little bit of this too.
It is day 5 in the search now for Riley Strain, that missing college student. This morning, there's an active search to find him after several surveillance cameras captured him walking downtown the night he disappeared. Jaxie Pigeon is live in downtown Nashville now with an update on the case for us as we approach midday. Jaxie.
Well, Nicole, as of right now, the latest time that Riley is caught on camera is right here where I'm standing. It was the video that Metro Police released on Tuesday morning. Now, I'm going to have Jerry pan for me so you can see what the path might have been up until this point. So it all started around 9:40 that Friday night when friends of Riley's tell authorities he was kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway and 3rd. From there, the newest footage from a downtown smoke and vape shop shows him up at the top of that hill at 9:45 between 3rd and 2nd, intersecting with Church Street. And a few minutes later, that would bring us to right here where he was seen crossing 1st and Gay.
Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. But it seems as if that what they're saying is that he was just aimlessly walking around. That's no bueno. That's never any good. especially when you're in a city that you don't know all about, with God knows how much liquor and anything else that may be in his system at that time. You never know.
So far, authorities have searched the area on foot, used drones, helicopters, and boats.
Yeah.
We spoke with the family briefly this morning. They tell us police have told them from the evidence so far, they do not have any reason to believe that anything criminal happened to Riley. Whitney Sitch with Voice for the Voiceless created the missing person poster for Riley as soon as she heard the news. Her Florida nonprofit has been helping the family get through these trying times. The family tells me they're beyond grateful to Whitney and her team for helping spread the word and getting them in touch with resources. Whitney has made more than 400 flyers for missing people nationwide since 2020 and tells me half of those people have been found safe. She's keeping the faith that Riley will be one of those success stories too.
Okay. Real quick. I no disrespect if the family's watching. Literally, I'm praying for you guys. I got a lot of love for you guys. I can't even imagine what you guys are going through right now. Of course, this is a platform to bring his name out here to the public, letting people know about his story and all that. But I will say this though. I disagree if he's been missing this long. I feel like there could be something criminal happening here. Not meaning that his soul has left this planet, but he could be held against his will. There's so many other things that we have to put in consideration, because if he was just out here and no crime was committed, then he should be on the phone, the texting with his frat brothers, talking about the crazy night that he had. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Either something criminal happened or something devastatingly accidental happened. Those are the only two theories I can think of. Again, if he was out here and if he doesn't have any history of any mental health issues of any sort, let's just say that too. Let's get that on the table as well. If he doesn't have any history of that as well, that doesn't automatically mean that he can't have a random moment of a psychotic break. Anything's possible, right? Especially when you are inebriated, when you're under the influence. God knows what can happen. Okay, even accidents can happen in that way too. But at the same time, he would have already been home. He would have been already on that bus or that whatever, having a grand old time. You see what I'm saying? Talking about the wild times that he had. Like I said, no disrespect to any family member. I'm holding on to hope as well. But at this point, I think we should be looking at this as a possible criminal situation. Possible. Like I said, all possibilities are still on the table. We do have to keep that completely real in this situation. Let's hear the rest just a tiny bit more.
When someone goes missing, the more time that goes on, it is discouraging, but there's also hope still. There's hope that he's still alive, and you still have to hold on to that hope. So when there's a mother and her son is missing, I try to treat that person as my child too, as a mother, but I don't let them panic. I do the panicking and the worrying, and I try to reassure the parents and the families of missing people to stay strong, and we're going to do everything we can to bring your missing person home.
Hold on to hope. No doubt. I agree 110%. Okay. But yeah, this is a wild one. This is definitely a wild one. We still, now you got, non-for-profit organizations getting involved, like the Voice for the Voiceless and all that. And that's big. And that's great. I'm glad that they're getting involved. But let me play this one as well. We got a little bit more of an extended interview with the family. But one thing though, too, I do have Luke Bryan's statement, but thank you so much for sending it to me anyway. Okay, I do have that. We're going to be looking at that very shortly. Like I said, going through the timeline, I know it's a little bit jagged, but it is a timeline nonetheless, just to show you guys what they have done so far and where we are leading to up to date. Okay. But yeah, a lot of people are going in on Luke Bryan's bar, and I don't blame them. I really don't. I really, really don't. And we will talk about that in just a minute. Let's take a look at this News Nation
A
clip.
Missouri family is pleading for the public's help surrounding the disappearance of their 22-year-old son. And we want to pop up his photo here just so you can get a good look at who this family, who police are looking for. Riley Strain was in Nashville for a fraternity conference over the weekend. The 7-foot-tall University of Missouri student was last seen Friday night at country star Luke Bryan's bar. Strain's friend discovered he wasn't at their hotel on Saturday morning and alerted his family. They're now in Nashville to track down their son. Take a listen.
He's just a great kid, and we just miss him, and we want him back so bad.
It's just unimaginable. Riley's mother and stepfather, Chris and Michelle Whiteid, and then Riley's father and stepmother, Ryan and Millie Gilbert, all join us now. I am so sorry for the worry, the unknowns that you're living through right now. I mean, as his parents, I mean, mom and dad, this moment must not even feel real to you.
No, it's something that it's your worst nightmare, really.
Are there any new leads this morning from police or Riley's fraternity brothers that we may not be privy to?
We haven't had any update yet this morning. We're hoping to have something within the next hour to kind of give us a little more insight of where we need to focus our efforts today.
I understand his friends told police they had last seen him at Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway about 9:45, 10 p.m. when he got kicked out of the bar. I mean, have you learned more about why he was kicked out? Had he been fighting with someone? What have you learned there?
That's a good question.
No fighting. It was the bartender just said he'd been overserved. And when they took him out, his friend was trying to go out with him, but they would not let him at that point. He finally got out, and when he got out, he was no longer there. One of the other guys called him, and he said he was going back to the hotel room.
Now, of course, we already heard all these pieces before in that article, but obviously it's nicer to hear from the family. And I know some of you guys were asking who are all the, what's up with these two couples. It's a blended family. Okay. So stepdad, stepmom. Does that make sense? Okay. So, Nicole Schmidt, Joseph Petito. All right. Same type of situation. Okay. And so they're joining together, trying to find their son. Okay. Their son, stepson. And again, it's interesting that the bartender just cut him off. Now, that could mean many different things. I mean, speaking from, ask a professional bartender. Used to bartend for a long time, okay? Started from bar backing all the way up to finally, being able to bartend. Thing is if there were certain things that happened at the bar that showed clear as day that this guy was gone, like he was lit, yes, a bartender has every right to sit there and say, you're cut off, bro. It's a wrap. You're done. Okay. But there are also options other than just them getting kicked out. Okay. There are other things that could have been done. The bartender could have given him some water. Hey, drink this water. I'm not serving you anymore. You can hang out, but you can, but I'm not serving you. You just, here's some water. You need water. But the thing is, though, again, bartenders are not there. Bartenders are not there to be your babysitter. Okay. That's what your friends are for. So if he was so gone, he must have shown physically that he was gone. He may have been passing out, leaning on the bar in some sort of way, head down low, etc. There could have been extremely very telling physical tells that this young man was heavily inebriated. Heavily. And it's like, okay, well, we can't have you in here like this. You got to go. if, you know, and again, your bartender is not your nurse. It's not your doctor. They are definitely not your babysitter or your caretaker. So if you are literally looking like you are falling all over the place, they're going to quickly kick you out. Why? Many different reasons. One, don't want you to start no problems. You could be a liability. Second, you could start some ish with somebody who is not as drunk as you, but just feels like getting a little, you know, getting into fisticuffs. You know what I mean? Those kind of things. All right. There's also the thing of, God forbid, he trips, falls, hurts himself, something like that. And he goes, I'm suing. You don't want that. Okay. But also, it's kind of a buzzkill when you see somebody drunk as hell inside your watering hole. So what do? You get them out as quickly as possible, because that could be a huge buzzkill for everybody else. Does that make sense? So then, of course, he gets kicked out. But that's the part that doesn't make any sense. Everything else is fine. I have no qualms about him getting kicked out. That's the bar. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. He clearly is physically gone. But why wouldn't they let his friend leave with him? That still doesn't make sense. Unless that fraternity brother is not telling the truth. That's the only other piece I can think of. Okay? That just does not make any sense. Okay? It really doesn't. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Somebody said read Sabrina Martin. Okay, hold on. I don't know where Sabrina Martin is. You guys got me search. Oh, wait, did I find it? Oh, wow. Sabrina Martin said, I try to call in, give a tip. I was feeding the homeless on Sunday by the Cumberland River. Did not see missing man, but I did see someone wearing a shirt like him. Odd to see clean shirt like that on them. Oh, wow. Interesting. That's interesting. Sabrina, I may ask for you to call into the show. Not right now, but if you stick around for a little bit, I'd love to hear your story. He was wearing the shirt that he was wearing. If you're still here, Sabrina, please comment. He was wearing a shirt. I guess you were feeding the homeless, and one of the people there was wearing a shirt that was a lot like the shirt that he was last seen wearing. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So if you got time, love to have you call in. Not right now, though. I got a few things we got to get through. But definitely comment in the comment section. That's some crazy stuff. That's interesting. It may be nothing, but it could be everything all at the same time. All right. But let's continue here. All right.
And no word from him since. Michelle, I understand he called you from one of the venues on Friday night about 9 o'clock. I mean, this would have been about an hour before he disappeared. What was the last conversation you had with Riley?
He FaceTimed me at it was 7:45, between 7:45 and 8:15. And he was just, him and his buddy were having a good time. And he just wanted me to show me that he was having a good time and just wanted to talk to his mom.
I understand y'all have a very close relationship. You talk multiple times a day. I mean, did anything sound out of the ordinary or any red flags that you picked up on? Plans in the evening that he shared with you?
Nothing.
He was sending me texts after we FaceTimed. Mom, I love you. Have a good night. And sending me pictures from the different bars that they were going to show me they were having a good time.
Mm-hmm. And letting you know he was safe and just enjoying himself. At what point did you all as a family decide to drive to Nashville?
as soon as we found out.
Yeah, immediately, I'm sure.
Saturday morning, we got a call at roughly 10:30, and from that point on, we just threw some stuff together and started making phone calls and hopping on the road and trying to get to Nashville as quick as possible.
As his parents, and all that you have heard, given what you know, what is your gut check on what's happened to your son?
We don't really know right now. We hear different stories of different scenarios. We're really just waiting on some more information from the police at this time. The digital footprint of what may have went on after he left.
Yeah, all the cameras downtown, they should be able to quickly find him. I mean, at 6'7", he kind of stands out in the crowd. He's, going to be a head taller than everybody other than a few people. So given the time frame that we've been able to narrow it down to, they should be able to start finding his digital footprint based on cameras.
And speaking of finding his digital footprint and trying to just put all the pieces together, do you feel like you're getting enough support from local police?
I feel like from everything that we know right now, yes. The officer that took our report Saturday night still is in communication with us, even though he's handed it off to the missing persons team. We still get information from him, and he is still actively working with his patrol to search and follow up on anything that they find.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to join
I mean, obviously, this a lot of what we just read in the article is what they said here, of course. But at the same time, I mean, they're trying to find the physical, the digital footprint of his, etc. I mean, it's frustrating. I don't understand. But like I said, somebody else said in the comments that they're like, I believe that the bar should be held accountable, right? Or they should be they should be held responsible for the situation. I say, if the timeline and what is being said through friends of Riley, if it's true, yeah, they screwed the pooch on this. I'm going to be real. The procedure is wrong, and it should have been done completely differently, and they didn't do that. And I still am wondering why they did what they did. The other part is fraternity brother of Riley actually telling the truth? I'm not sitting here trying to, make his life a living hell or anything of that sort, but it doesn't make any sense that they would not let him outside to check on his own fraternity brother to make sure he's okay. And then suddenly he was able to go out there over a little bit of time and then try to find him, but then he was gone at that time. That doesn't make sense to me. To me, I'm leaning on the side, and they can correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel like security camera footage from the bar will be very telling as well. But I do think that this friend is not fully telling the truth. He may have gone, he's going to be outside. He's going to be all right. And he went back in to go hit on girls and drink. That could have been it. You see, it just doesn't make any sense that the friend, under just straight normal circumstances, that the friend was being blocked off from going outside to check on his friend or to go outside with his already drunk friend. Just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. I don't know. Just doesn't make sense. But that doesn't mean anything more than that. But I will say this. We should be taking care of each other no matter what. Okay? If you're going to go out and kick it, especially like I said just a second ago, that not Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day is coming up, right? Yo, people are going to be out here. Some of y'all start drinking in the once the rooster crows, okay? You're drinking green beer, okay? You're drinking, cracking open beers already. It's St. Patty's Day. And you go and you have your fun. But the thing is that we all should be taking care of each other. A lot of times people get too self-centered, too focused on their own agenda for the night I'm having a good time. I don't give a damn about what's going on over there. I'm good. I'm having my drinks and my shots, and I'm going to have my fun. Well, if your friend is in a situation and you guys are out of town, let's not forget that y'all are out of town. Y'all should be taking care of each other no matter what. Period. Just saying that. I know girls have their little systems, their sister systems. I don't know what they call it, but you know what I mean? It's like a buddy system. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, if she got too wasted, we take care of each other, blah, blah, blah. We hold it down for each other. Yeah, girl power. Guys, not so much. We don't really do it like that much. It's rare. It's a rare occasion when you got a true blue friend there willing to hold it down for you, making sure you're getting that water in you, making sure you get that slice of pizza or that nasty McDonald's late night before you go pass out on that, in your bed, okay, in the hotel room. And then, of course, they give you hell about it the next day because that's what friends do, and they deserve that right, okay? That's what a buddy gets. They get to roast you the next day on, man, you had all that stuff all up in your face, man. Damn. Man, you were wasted, bro. Those are the kind of friends that you want to have around you when you are out here kicking it. And sometimes, I will say this, sometimes you think you can do 3 or 4 drinks, let's just say, and sometimes you can only do 1. That's just weird. I know it's weird, but that's life. Sometimes you just don't know your limit. And then next thing you know, you're gone. Having that friend, having that real true blue friend, that ride or die is crucial, especially when you're on these trips out of town where you don't know what's north, south, east, or west of you in the first freaking place. If you're so wasted that you don't even know how to operate your own phone, it's crucial that you have a friend to make sure that you get that Uber, that you get in that taxi, that you get into the right vehicle, and they get into the right vehicle with you to get your drunk ass back to the hotel that you guys are staying at. That's what people do, okay? And that's what friends are for. That's what friends are for, okay? So to me, I'm not feeling I was trying to get out to talk to be there for my brother, and they would not let me out to see my brother. That doesn't make any sense. Okay? To me, it just doesn't. Again, I'm going to read what the article says right here one last time. I will highlight it just so you know. Okay? According to the stepfather, and we heard it in the interview as well, a friend of Riley's attempted to leave the bar with him as security led Riley out of the bar around 9:30. But the security team would not let him out at that point, according to his stepfather. Why? You see what I'm saying? Why? Why would they not let him out to the bar? You see what I'm saying? That just doesn't make any sense. Okay? Real talk. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'm wondering if if the friend is actually telling the truth. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, because I've definitely learned quickly about how people operate, especially when they're on one, or especially when they have their mind on trying to get some numbers or maybe trying to get that one night stand for the night. They don't give a damn about if you're drunk or not. Oh, man, you just messed up my night. And I'm out here trying to get laid. You see what I'm saying? This girl's really talking to me and she's cute. She's hot as hell. I need to be here. But your boy is messed up. Those things do happen. Those stories actually do happen. And that could have happened here too. So I don't know. Why would security go, no, once you come in, you can never come out? That doesn't make any sense. Why would the bar do that? Oh, you want to go with your drunk friend? Go on, bro. Go. Get him. Take care of your friend. Take care of your drunk ass friend, please. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And friends need to be more friends nowadays. But we are all in this me world, okay? The selfishness is real. We need to start bringing back that care and love for each other, real talk, because you never know when you decide to go on your own feelings and what you need so you feel good for the night. That may be the worst choice you've ever made, the biggest mistake you've ever made. Now, real quick before we continue, okay? First off, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below if you are watching on YouTube. I see a bunch of y'all watching on a bunch of different platforms, but please, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button down below. Let's get it to 800 likes, okay? That would really mean a lot. It is a story that I want to get out there, let people know about. People need to know about this story, especially people in the Nashville area, because you never know, this young man could be walking around, God only knows, okay? Of course, if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, for those of y'all, because a gang of y'all are watching on X, what's up, my X fam? What's up? Please be sure to hit that follow button on my X, okay, on my Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Follow me over there. I'm this close to 5,000 followers over there, okay? I'm really this close, so please go follow, okay? If you like how I tell these stories, talk about these cases and whatnot, please be sure to follow me over there as well. I'm very close to 5K over there, and that's something I've been trying to do for a very long time. So please follow if you can, all right? And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, please be sure to hit that follow button, okay? I got a couple super chats that I want to get to. Angie, thank you so much for the 5. Heartbroken as a mother that nobody saw him drunk falling down and didn't at least call police. If that was my child, I would pray someone helped him. Me too. I really hope, I would hope that somebody would lend a helping hand, make a phone call, and get him safe, somewhere safely, right? PR, that's what I'm going to say. PR, thank you so much for the 5. You know, they're tight if he takes the time to call his mom while out partying with his brothers. It's sweet but heartbreaking. Absolutely. It's like, hey, mom, I'm kicking it. I'm having the time of my life. And your mom is just like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. Keep kicking it, son. That's amazing. That's an amazing relationship. I know for a fact if I try to FaceTime my mom while kicking it, she would just sit there and go, I'd just be in trouble. Shoot, I'm a grown-ass man. I'd be in trouble, son. Do you feel me? So, no, I'd get an earful the next day. Pascal, why were you doing that? I'd be in so much trouble. Okay? As a grown man, all right? Thank you so much for the $5 super sticker, K blessed. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, mama. Okay? Oh, Pascal. Oh, pas fait ça. Like, seriously, straight up Haitian mama, as Haitian of a mama you can get. I love you, mom. But let us continue, okay? Let's continue. We got some more to look at here. Now we got some videos of surveillance. So we're going to take a look at those, okay? So this is from a news clip.
We're following some breaking news now. Metro Police have just released this new video in the search for missing college student Riley Strain. So take a look here. This was Friday night just before 10 o'clock. In a moment, you're going to see a white van make a turn. There's a white van. Then you'll see Riley Strain in that two-tone shirt crossing the street. He is seen crossing First Avenue North to Gay Street, where we're going to be playing the video for you again here. You see the white van making that turn, and then you see Riley crossing the street there in his two-tone shirt. His friends reported him missing a short time later. His family is here searching for him because this was Friday night. Again, we'll have a live report on those efforts coming up at the bottom of the hour.
Okay.
We're following some breaking news now. Metro.
I'm going to mute this, but I need you guys to look at this, okay? Because to me, this shows somebody who is just, he is very drunk. And this is just one clip. We got others we're going to look at. But this is somebody who is clearly very, very inebriated. Okay? Very much so. All right? At least that's how I see it. The body language tells me he's drunk. The way he's kind of holding his hand out, I'm wondering what he's doing. I keep thinking that maybe he has his phone in his hand and maybe he's trying to take a photo, like some weird inebriated photo. I don't know. Seems like he's on, it looks like he's using his phone. Yeah, he's drunk. Look at those last few steps. Hold on. Look at the last few steps when he walks right over here. He's like overcompensating to step onto the curb. Look at that. It's like he's not really paying attention. And then, of course, yeah, it looks like he's looking at his phone. Then he just keeps walking. Because it seems, hold on. It seems like right about here. Notice it lights up. It seems like it lit up over here. Now, I could be wrong, but it seems weird. Okay? But he keeps walking, and then it's almost like he overcompensates the step, even though he's walking up a ramp. You see what I'm saying? There is no curb for him to, there is no step for him to step on, but he thinks in his drunk mind that he is about to step up on a step. That's what it at least looks like from here. You know, this is all grainy and stuff, but it looks like it's still kind of a ramp, you know, wheelchair ramp type of curb. So he's overcompensating, and it almost seems like he's like catching his footing in a way in the last bit that they show there, which I wish they showed more. Hold on. Because that is kind of blah. But hold on, guys, because we got more. Okay. But I do want to show you. I mean, see, there's more to this video. Okay. This is just a still from the video, but I wanted to share this with you guys. I mean, he does not come off. I mean, this still does not say like, oh, he's wasted. But at the same time, just from the footage that we just saw a second ago, okay, he's definitely like he gone. He drunk, y'all. He drunk. There's more. Don't worry. We got a whole lot more to look at. And we're about to look at it right about now. Here's the other one. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. There is sound to this. But notice how he's walking. Look at how he's walking. He's gone, guys. This is bad. This is bad. Okay? Yep. I was just about to say that. Look at his gait, his stride, how he walks, etc. He's gone, guys. It's like Walking Dead drunk. Okay? He is zombie drunk.
New surveillance video from a downtown business helps establish where 22-year-old Riley Strain went after leaving a Broadway bar Friday night.
Look at that. That's
no one
bad.
has seen or heard
Hamburger.
from the Missouri college student since. Riley was
my
in town
God.
for an event with his friends.
Hold on.
New surveillance video from a downtown business helps establish.
Hold on. I just got to play this without the sound. Oh my God. Oh my word. See again, this kid is very inebriated. Very inebriated. So if he looked like this inside of the bar, 99.9% of the time, they're going to sit there and say, you need to go. You need to go. I'm sorry, buddy. Bye. Bye. You got to go. We need you to leave. You're too drunk. Okay? Now, K Bless said, I don't think that's liquor. It could be. It could very well just be the liquor. I have seen people like this before. Okay? I have seen, listen, we are all adults in here, right? For the most part. And if you're not, then earmuffs, I guess. I'm not going to curse or anything, but here it is, guys. We have all been around somebody who's been Wasted. This is wasted. This right here, be a wasted man. And what's even wilder, this is like, I have seen people who are, okay. I just wanted to show you guys that video one more time. And we're going to listen to the rest of this news clip here too. But I have seen people who are the most brilliant minds I have ever seen in my whole entire life, that I've ever crossed paths with. Go out and have a drink with them, or go out and kick it with them, and they walk just like that. Nothing but alcohol. But they have gotten that drunk before. Suddenly, their motor skills are absolute trash. They, like I said, most intelligent, most unbelievable people I've ever met in my whole entire life. And yet, if they've had way too many, their motor skills, their regular just being able to do anything, motor skills, just the simple things in life they can't even do. Okay? I have definitely seen that. So sure, we can look at that and go, maybe somebody slipped him something. But then again, maybe nobody slipped him anything at all, and he had just way too much to drink, and he went into blackout mode. Again, I've seen people who had most amazing people, but their motor skills, the regular things that they would be able to do without even thinking twice, suddenly all those skills gone. I've seen people mess themselves, pee on themselves, etc. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. All right. I've seen crazy stuff because of just drinking alcohol, y'all. Okay. So sure, we can't take off the table that maybe somebody slipped him something. For sure. Keep it on the table. But I've also seen people this inebriated, and even worse than this, I've seen guys getting carried out of bars. Okay. Because they can't even walk. Okay. I've seen crazy stuff like that, all because of just being in the bar, having a few drinks, or no, not even a few drinks, having way too many. Okay. But let's continue on this. Again, this guy is drunk. Okay. No, I ain't covering my butt. Shoot. I ain't covering no butt here. I've just seen, I've been on this planet for a while, guys. Okay. I have seen some things. I went to college. College is like alcohol 101. You learn a lot in college. Let's just keep it real. All right. A lot of what I saw was through that and from bartending. You meet and see a lot of people. Again, people who have big jobs, lawyers, doctors, surgeons, etc. Brilliant individuals. And they have a few too many shots of tequila, and they don't even know how to even operate a door. They walk like a baby learning how to walk. It's like that. And that's exactly what we just saw a second ago. So this is a 22-year-old man in a fraternity. He came to a fraternity conference, which is basically young party central, the perfect storm of everyone getting together and just getting drunk. Let's keep it real. I'm sure during the day they do certain things, but then at night they're going and they're working on their hangover for the next day. Let's keep it real. And I feel like that's exactly what happened here. Binge drinking, all that stuff. This is what's happening. That's what I think. It's unfortunate, but I think this is what went down with this young man. Let's continue with this news clip.
Was in town for an event with his fraternity brothers.
His friends told police he disappeared after getting kicked out of a bar. That's where all of this begins, Luke Bryan's bar. From there, security video helps us piece together where Riley reportedly went. He's picked up around the corner on a smoke shop security camera. His last Snapchat location was a few minutes away near Public Square Park. And then Metro Police released video showing Riley near First Avenue North. In all, he walked for about 15 minutes. That's where the trail runs cold. A search of the Cumberland River today also turned up nothing.
News 2's Sarah Smith walks us through that video tonight.
Friday, March 8th, University of Missouri senior Riley Strain hits Broadway with his fraternity brothers. The group goes to Luke Bryan's bar. Police say friends told them he was kicked out. New surveillance video from a nearby business shows Riley after leaving the bar off 2nd and Church Street. He takes a tumble, then keeps walking.
I'm rolling that piece one more time. This little piece of this video. Clearly, this is somebody who's he's very drunk, guys. He's very, very drunk.
Surveillance video from a nearby business shows Riley after leaving the bar off 2nd and Church Street. He takes a tumble, then keeps walking. His parents emotional.
We feel like when he came out, because they had been to a couple other places, that he got turned around on the direction.
Riley's friends say they tried to find his location by his last Snapchat. That didn't provide answers, so they called Metro Police Saturday afternoon.
Who is it that you're wanting to report is missing? We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Police confirmed Riley's phone was off.
The last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
The phone's last location was near Public Square Park, about 5 minutes from the bar.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing? He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Then this.
Hold on real quick, because this is interesting. To me, it looks like he's on the phone too. Like maybe he's trying to call somebody, because he's got his hand in front of him. He could be trying to say like, "Hey Siri, whatever." You know what I mean? He may have. My phone just responded to the "Hey Siri" thing. But you see what I'm saying? Like something's not right. Something's up. But I don't know. I don't think he's in trouble. I think he's trying to use the phone for something. Okay. He may be trying to call one of his boys to let him know where he is. He could be trying to talk to a girl that he may have met at the bar to be like, "Hey, meet me over here instead," or something like that. You never know, right? But it looks like he's trying to operate hhis phone.
About 5 minutes from the bar.
Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing? He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Then this surveillance video from Metro Police shows Riley near Gay Street and First Avenue North just before 10 o'clock, about 15 minutes from the bar. Riley's fraternity brothers not ready to comment. A spokesperson from the University of Missouri expressing their support for the family.
Now, one thing also, when we see the rest of this footage, you could see some people are it looks like this girl right here, or these two girls, are looking at this guy, are looking at Riley, if you notice, because they're probably going, "He's obviously drunk. Whoa, that guy's drunk." You see what I'm saying? That's interesting, right?
Expressing their support.
See, they're still looking at
the
him.
family. Luke Bryan's bar.
Hold on.
Brown, light brown.
First Avenue North just before 10 o'clock, about 15
they're staring
minutes
at him.
from the bar. Riley's fraternity brothers not ready to comment. A spokesperson from the University of Missouri expressing their support for the family. Luke Bryan's bar giving us a statement today saying they are cooperating with Metro Police and they hope Riley is safe. In Nashville, Sarah Smith, News 2.
Yeah, I'm quite curious about, how this all kind of transpired on him. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's still just a wild and sad story. And of course, we don't want to see this situation end in a bad way. But I got questions. I got a lot of questions. So I got I got some footage here that I want to share with you guys. We got Luke Bryan's statement as well, because I know a lot of people online are going in on the establishment as well, basically saying like, "How dare you? Shame on you for letting this young man leave the way he did." And One, we don't know the full scope of the whole story. But if the scope of the story is actually true and it went down the way it did, then yes, Luke Bryan's bar should be found accountable for some parts of this situation. They let this guy leave, and it seemed like they just didn't give a damn. The part where they did not let security, did not let the friend out to keep an eye or at least take care of him is absolutely insane to me. And yes, that should put Luke Bryan's bar into serious trouble for the fact of them blocking the friend from being able to be his designated partner, his designated buddy. You know what I mean? Maybe they had their own buddy system or something like that. I don't know. And I get that this is a 22-year-old man. Okay, this is not like some kid with a fake ID, you know, binge drinking at 19 years old. Okay, but still, something happened. And now he's no longer here. Now he's disappeared. And no one knows where he is. That bar messed up by not giving a damn. And I don't care if he came off like a prick, if he came off like an absolute jerk. Alcohol was involved. He definitely was not in good shape. If there was a friend that wanted to be with him, they should have let him stay or be with Riley at that time. That is the most vulnerable a man can really be, especially in a city that he doesn't know. Literally, he was a sitting duck for any type of bad. And just because you're, at Luke Bryan's bar, on this particular strip, his phone was pinged on the other side of town. God only knows what he could have walked into, what areas he could have walked into, the people he could have walked into. That's crazy. Like I said, Luke Bryan's bar messed up. They made a mistake. They most definitely made a mistake. And I wanted to share this with you guys. This is the other footage of him running, falling. Look at that. There's no sound to this. This is crazy, though, guys. Let me play that again. Now, I know a lot of you guys will be like, what is he running from? Could he be running from something? Nah. Okay. I think he just decided to run. For what reason? I don't know. And that's the thing. That's the other question I'm wondering, because some people are asking, like, where was he running to? What was he running? Why was he running? Why was he doing that? I don't think he was running from anybody, because it doesn't look like he's panicking. He gets up and it's like, in his mind, he's like, yep, shouldn't have run. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I'm just gonna walk this off. But this is a very heavily inebriated person. That's what it is. That's really what it is. I'm gonna keep it playing on repeat really quick so you guys can see this. But yeah, and everybody's gonna sit there and go, well, why? What was he running from? He's not running from anything, because then we would have seen maybe somebody trying to come after him. We would have seen, or better yet, he would have gotten up and kept running, and he doesn't. He's like, whoop, I'm gonna try to be slick about this walking down this street. And I'm sure maybe these people that are in the cars there, they may have yelled out at him to be like, yo, you okay, brother? Damn. You know what I mean? But also, it is Nashville. Okay. I'm sure a lot of people in this, especially around this time, it's Friday night. I'm sure a lot of people are used to seeing drunk people waltzing around in downtown Nashville. Okay. Now, somebody just said trying to run to catch a bus. S-dubs. Yeah, I mean, if he did, like, let me be real. If he was trying to catch a bus, then he would have gotten up and kept running. His hand would have been up like, yo, wait up. I need a ride. Something like that. But he doesn't do that. I think he just is drunk, y'all. He's very, very inebriated. Very, very drunk. Okay. Real quick, Latrice, thank you so much for the 5. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Pumpkin, thank you. Thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you for the 20. Yes. Highest in the room. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Great work. Praying for this young man. So am I. And I'm sure the rest of the family agrees. Okay. We are all hoping and praying for his safe return. But at the same time, it still remains a mystery. We don't know where he went. What the heck is going on here? You see, 1 minute he's here, the next minute he's gone. Now I understand that they're searching bodies of water now, but still have not found him at all. Now, oh shoot, I'm forgetting her name now. I feel like a jerk. I'm forgetting the name. I apologize. Hold on. Please be sure to hit that like button down below, please and thank you. That would mean the world to me. Hit that like button. Let's get it to 800 likes. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Just scanning something here. I think it's right there. Oh, wow. I figured this out. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for the comment, Madeline, and being a member for the past 35 months. Wow. Thank you. What I want to know is how long did it take for him to be able to leave the bar to look for his bud? I don't believe the friend. I don't entirely believe the friend either. I really don't. And I feel like it's Sabrina. Yes. Thank you so much. If Sabrina's still in the chat, please comment, Sabrina. Okay, if you're still here, because I'd love to have you in to call into the show. Okay, but really quick, guys, while we see if she's still here, hopefully she is, and I do appreciate her even giving us that piece of information because that's pretty big. It could be potentially a big piece of information. Sabrina, okay, do me a favor. This phone number is only for her. If you want, do you want to call in? Let me just say that. Sabrina, do you want to call in to give us that information and explain a little bit more? Okay. I see that she is here. Thank you, guys. If you are, just say yes. Okay. I can. Great. Can you also put in the chat, if you don't mind? This is going to sound weird, but the first number to your zip code, if that's okay. So I know if it is that it is you calling, because some people like to be jerks and try to call in acting like somebody else. But if you can put the first number of your zip code, or not your zip code, I mean your area code. Sorry, your area code. That would be very helpful. I'll put the number in, but if you could just put the number, okay? Area code. I meant area code, not zip code. I'm sorry, area code. Okay. Okay, cool. As long as you're cool with that. The phone number's in the chat. Please give me a call. All right. This phone number is only for Sabrina and only for Sabrina. Okay. Don't be a jerk and try calling in. Okay. I'm at area code. I know. Okay, Kwani, my bad. It's been a long night, man. Okay. So give me a call. Let me make sure everything's on real quick. Woo. Okay. Everything's Gucci. And I appreciate Sabrina calling in. There it is. Hey, you on the mic with Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, this is Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
And I'm in Murfreesboro.
And you're from where? Sorry, you're in where?
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Well, first off, Sabrina, thank you so much for calling in. I do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I know that a lot of us are wondering what the heck is going on and where the heck is this young man that we have been talking about. Riley. So I'm just pulling up his phone, his picture. See, it's been a long day, guys. But I'm curious. You just said something in the chat that obviously sparked a lot of interest from the family chat. So I wanted to see if you can expand a little bit more on this. You said that you were working in at a homeless center or a homeless, like working at a homeless center, and you saw someone wearing this exact shirt and it was clean.
Yes.
Can you expand a little bit?
Absolutely. So I've been feeding the homeless for about 4 years. I'm very familiar with them, always in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this young man, or actually didn't see this young man was missing until last night. The shirt that I saw on Facebook is what caught my attention. And so I went and looked up and saw that was actually the shirt that, he had been wearing in the photos on the night he went missing. On Sunday, when I was feeding the homeless down by the Cumberland River, it's what they call Tent City. We were handing out our water and our food, and there was a young man on a bicycle who had on extremely dirty pants, brown shoes, and had on like a half zip up hoodie is what it looked like. That was very dirty, and had a clean collared white shirt with a dark colored pocket on it. I don't remember if it was black, blue, brown, but it was very distinct because it was the different colored pocket, and his shirt was bright white. He was filthy, as a lot of them are generally fairly dirty, and you don't see a lot of bright white shirts. If they do have on white, it's very discolored. And so I mentioned to one of the girls that was with me when he walked off, I said, "Oh, he must have got a new shirt." So anyways, when I seen the information last night, I called her and I said, "Do you remember the guy, on the bike with the shirt we gave the water to? He wouldn't take food. He just kept taking bottles of water and kept his head down." And she said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "Did you get a picture of him? Because we take photos and post from where we feed."
Right.
So she said, she looked, she didn't have a photo of him. So she said, "Call the other girl." So I called the other girl. The other girl remembered him as well.
Right.
And she went through her photos. She only had a photo of the back of him. So I did not see the young man that was missing. I want to be very clear about that. I did not see him, but it was a very distinct shirt that he was wearing.
Right.
And the Tent City's not too far from downtown. Someone could have found the shirt and put it on. I don't know, but I just thought somebody ought to know about it. And I did call in to the non-emergency number last night and let them know. And then I was transferred to a voicemail. So this may have nothing to do with it, but it all kind of, came together whenever I saw a shirt and then the guy was missing it. And I'm sorry, one other thing before I forget, someone put in the comments that they were going to Tent City and they had been looking and didn't see anyone with the shirt. I think her name was Latrice. If you go down there and you're looking, the young man had a bike, which is also unusual. A lot of them don't have bicycles, and dark black, dirty pants, brown shoes, and he had a half zip up hoodie is what it looked like. And it was dark in color, either blue, charcoal gray, black. It was extremely dark, and it was really dusty and dirty. So I know she put in the comments she goes there a lot. And that's the young man that had on the white collared shirt with the different colored pocket.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, I got a couple questions. Okay. So the kid that was on the bike, the young man that was on the bike, what race was he? Let's start there.
He was white.
So he was white. Does
Yes.
he match any of the description of this young man, Riley?
No. He was not it is not, I did not see the young man that is missing. It was simply only just the shirt stood out to me, but it was not the young man that was missing. This guy was young, but he was not that young. I would say late 20s. And his facial hair was grown out.
Gotcha.
And he was really dirty. He's been down. I've seen the man there before.
So you've seen him before. You have
Yes,
seen
I've
this
seen
man
that man
before.
before. So this was
Gotcha.
not the missing kid. But
Okay.
I'm telling you, the shirt is what stood out and how clean it was.
Right.
Because you just don't see that. And that's a very distinct shirt. So it may have nothing to do with it. He may have gotten it from a Goodwill or something. You never know. But I do think it would be worth checking out because it's close.
But it's not like this is some Champion hoodie kind of thing that you can just get at Goodwill. Like this is it's very distinct. I mean, this is very, like, even you can see it in this photo. It's almost as if he just got it out of the plastic wrapping, because there's still creases in the shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
brand spanking new.
The new shirt.
Yeah, it's brand spanking new. So at least in this photo here that I'm looking at here. So I'm curious, because obviously if you got a homeless man that is just covered in dirt, but he's wearing a brand new, like maybe nicely pressed white and black shirt, that says a lot, right? So I'm curious. You said that you've seen this man before, this young man. That's not him, obviously. Do you know anything about him? Is he known to be a dangerous individual, so on and so forth?
I don't. All I know is I recognize the faces where I go and hand out food, and I've seen him there before. He travels. If anybody in here goes to the homeless camp, he is always with two individuals. One is a lady. He's on a bike, so if anybody that goes to the area, you'll know very few have bikes. He's always with a lady who's heavier set. And then there's another man with him that generally wears a camouflage jacket, and he pulls like a cart wagon looking thing with him all the time. And I'm assuming the three of them stay in a tent together. If I don't know if anybody's listening that wants to go check it out, but there is a top portion at Tent City by the Cumberland, and then you go down a hill and there's a lower portion. These individuals stay at the top portion of Tent City.
Now, when with Tent City, you said that it's not far from, like, how far away is this from, like, the Luke Bryan bar? Can you give me some sort of I don't know, layout, just so I can get an idea? Because I know that his phone was pinged on the opposite side of the town, like far away from the hotel that he was actually staying at. So I'm wondering where this Tent City is.
If you pull up the map of Nashville and you see where the Titan Stadium is, this would be roughly right at about a mile away from the Titan Stadium. So I don't know if you're familiar with Nashville. It's off Hermitage Avenue. And to get to it, you go off Shelby next to Titan Stadium.
Hold on one second. I'm pulling all this stuff up. We're doing a map time, everybody. Look at me growing up in the world. Let me see what you mean. So say that again, because this is just a general map. Are you watching the show at all? Like, can you see the show on screen?
Well, I was watching you on my phone, and so now it's not on. So yeah.
But where do I go?
Are you familiar with downtown Nashville?
Not really. I've been there a couple times, but I'm not super familiar.
Next to the Titan Stadium, it's Shelby Avenue. That's the exit you get off of. And if you go next to the Titan Stadium on Shelby Avenue, there is a bridge that you cross over, and you go to Hermitage Avenue and turn left. And it's roughly 3 blocks down and you turn to the left to go down into Tent City. So there's not a physical address, of course, but that's where it is. So it would, if you can see Shelby Avenue and Hermitage Avenue, you'll go down about 3 blocks, and it's going to be there next to the Cumberland River.
Okay, sorry. I'm still looking for Shelby Avenue. I feel like I'm not in the right area. But like I
Do you
said,
and look, it may have another name once you turn off the exit. I'm going the way I go to it is 24. I get off the Shelby exit and turn left, and then you come down right next to the Titan Stadium. Go all the way down to Hermitage Avenue and turn left, and it's 3 blocks down on the left.
okay. Because
So someone can put in the chat next to the Titan Stadium, the road name may change, but anybody that's listening that's in Nashville may know offhand. That's just I've made that route for 4 years, and so that's how we go: Shelby Avenue, past Titan Stadium, down to Hermitage Avenue, turn left, and 3 blocks on the left.
Okay. Because I see, because I'm okay. So just so you know, I'm looking at the map right now, live with everybody right now as we speak. So I'm just trying to get a better idea. Like I said, I don't do these map things very often, guys. So right now I'm looking at Nissan Stadium. Okay, like Russell Street area. Am I anywhere in that general vicinity?
It's next. If you go down away from the interstate, past the stadium, then you'll run into Hermitage Avenue.
Where the heck is that?
And it's Hermitage, I believe, is to the left, and maybe somebody can help me out that's in the comments. And the road is a different name when you go to the right.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look at this when I get a second for sure. But because I see, okay, so Cumberland River.
Yes, it's the tent city is on like the embankments of Cumberland River.
Okay. Interesting.
And the interstate, like there's like a overpass, where the interstate crosses over the Cumberland River. So
right,
you kind of go down away from Titan Stadium, and then it's back underneath those bridges or overpasses from the interstate.
Yeah, gotcha. That's the thing. I'm even just trying to find Cotton Stadium, and it's not. I don't see this. I don't see it on this map.
Nissan Stadium. I call it Titan.
Oh,
that's the name
so
of our
I am
football
okay.
team.
Oh
You
my
are.
Lord!
I'm sorry.
I'm
thinking.
It's all good. No.
Sorry, that is I didn't know the name of the stadium. It's where the Titans play. So that's
gotcha.
That's it. It's Nissan Stadium. Yeah, you'll go down past it, and there's a bridge after you pass the stadium that I don't know if it shows this on the map.
You're talking about you're talking about Korean Veterans Memorial Bridge?
Yes, after you cross over the bridge, it's the first red light to the left, and then you go down about 3 blocks. And I'm so sorry, I didn't realize you didn't know Titan Stadium. You must not be a Titans fan.
She said Titan. I'm sorry. I thought you said cotton. I'm like,
I'm
what?
country.
It's all good. Titans. Okay.
Yeah,
Titan Stadium. Titan Stadium. Sorry. I don't Nashville much, guys. You know what I mean? This is so in this particular area. Okay. So this is very, very interesting. But then, I keep wondering, where would the Luke Bryan's joint be at then in like, just in kind of just to get a better idea of where the heck, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's just the one thing I'm still trying to figure out,
I believe Luke Bryan's is on 2nd Avenue. And there's in the area of where I'm speaking of, there's a lot of hotels and things like that that's fairly close, where people stay and they walk, down to Broad and 2nd. It's on that same side of the interstate. So I don't know exactly how far. I haven't been to Luke Bryan's, but I'm assuming it would be 3-4 miles, something like that.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, obviously, this is something very, very new for me. And it sounds like it was a situation where he may have been robbed, or he may have gone somewhere, found some place to lay down, and then he was robbed then, because it just doesn't make sense that he would, just be out here walking and then suddenly he just disappears, and then somebody else is seen wearing a pristine white and black shirt somewhat matching the same shirt that he was last seen wearing. That says a lot to me. You know what I mean? Now, you called police, right? You talked to them, and did they take in that information? Do you know if there's been any developments around that at all?
I don't. So I called the non-emergency number, which was what was listed on our local news station's Facebook, because that's where I saw the post. And I spoke to a lady there who transferred me to a voicemail box, and that was last night. And so I haven't heard anything back or anything like that.
Okay, and so yeah, just so I understand the timeline too. When did you go down to?
I went on Sunday between like 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Gotcha.
And I didn't see the post of the young man until yesterday, last night.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Have you maybe been able to get in contact with family at all, just to let them know? Maybe
I haven't.
Go ahead.
I haven't. All I did was called the non-emergency number. That's all I've done. And then reached out to the other people that was with me to see if anybody had photos that might have had his face in it.
I see. Very, very interesting. Well, Sabrina, I do appreciate you letting us know all this. I'm still kind of curious how, unless his phone was taken from him, which is probably what happened here, for his phone to be on the other side of the city, opposite direction of where his hotel is, his clothing, if he was robbed, good possibility of his clothing being taken from that young man that you just talked about. There is a good possibility of that as well. But I keep wondering, then where is he? Right? That's the ongoing question. Right. Why hasn't he gone to local PD, found an officer really quick and saying, hey, I need help, whatever it may be? We haven't heard anything like that yet. But I do appreciate you calling in and letting us know about this, because this could be everything, and it could be nothing. But still, no matter what, right, it doesn't hurt to look under the investigate this possible lead. But that's interesting. It's very interesting, Sabrina.
It is.
When are you planning on going back down there anytime soon?
I do. I see the second Sunday of every month. But since I saw this last night, I'm planning on going back this weekend.
Right on.
I live about an hour away, just to see if I can see the young man again.
Right.
But if you don't mind, I'll just give a description again in case anybody local is listening, like law enforcement.
By all means.
It's at the tent city. That is off of Hermitage Avenue, by the Cumberland River. There is a top section when you first turn in, and a lower section. This young man came from the top section on a bike, with a heavier set woman and another man who was pulling like a wagon cart type thing. The man he was with had on camouflage. The woman he was with had on a red and beige shirt. He had on black jeans and a dark colored, looks like 3/4 zip up hoodie with a white collared shirt with a darker pocket on it. And again, he was on a bicycle, which is very unusual for there.
That is very interesting and very odd. And yeah, Marquis M just said it was this 17-minute walk from Tent City to the Luke Bryan bar. So it is possible if he was walking in that direction. He's a tall guy. He's probably got a very long gait in his strides and whatnot. So there is a good possibility of him getting down there pretty quickly and maybe turning back around, or something happened in that area. As far as the other people, the person dragging the cart and whatnot, was there anything discerning, anything that popped up to you when you saw them as well?
No, it's just whenever, especially if there's anybody local who's checking it out, the individuals down there tend to go in groups, kind of stay in groups, 2 at a time, 6 at a time, things like that.
Right.
And so if somebody happens to go down there, someone on a bike and then someone with the cart wagon thing it was like a cloth black, maybe like an academy type wagon that you pull, and then
Gotcha.
The heavier set woman, those 3, where I feed quite often, tend to always be together when I go. So if somebody does happen to go down there and look that description, if they give it to someone else, may be able to point them in what area that they're sleeping in or what tent that they're in.
Real quick, you said that a friend of yours has some photos and whatnot. Do you think you could share them at all with the,
I can. We have a photo of
Okay.
the back and the back of the guy with the lady. You can kind of see the lady, part of the lady on the side, and I definitely can send them over to you.
You have it? You like have it with on your person right now as we
Yeah,
speak?
it's on Facebook. I can screenshot it and send it. We post pictures after we feed every Sunday,
Yeah.
so I can pull the picture off and send it over.
Yeah. If you can, please send it my way. That would be fantastic. Because I'd love to be able to share it with everybody, because you never know if they travel as a pack. You know, he rides with a clique, it sounds like. So you never know. Maybe this guy knows something. He may have found that shirt randomly on the street. You just never know.
That's
you know,
what I thought. Yeah,
he may
at
really
least maybe
be
he could point them of where he got it at. I mean,
Exactly.
he may have got it out Goodwill. Who knows?
Exactly.
But at least it would be worth someone checking into. I feel like.
Absolutely. Well, Sabrina, please send me that stuff. We just put the email, my email in the chat, but please send it my way. info@thepascalshow.com. If you can, please send that my way. That would be amazing. Please let us know if there's any updates, or let me know if there's any updates. If you can, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, I'll just say this too, please be careful. Okay. Because you never know. You know what I mean? Just please be safe and careful over there. Okay. If you decide to go back out there soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And fantastic memory, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Are you playing a lot of concentration or anything on your free time?
I have. Look, my mom always said I had a photographic memory. I could go into someone's house and come out and tell you wherever picture was on the wall.
Wow.
I've just always been like that.
That is a gift. Do not lose that. Okay. Keep that sharp. Okay. I appreciate you, Sabrina. Have a good one. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Bye. Yeah. So that is some interesting information. And I appreciate her calling in. That phone call was only, or that line was open only for her. Okay. But that is very, very good information. Again, what Sabrina said could very well be everything, and it could be nothing at the same time. Let's be real. And we have to be safe we have to be careful out here. It could be nothing, but it also could be everything as well. And also, I will say this. There are people out here that have the same shirt as what Riley is wearing when he was last seen. Okay. I know that sounds like, the coincidence is kind of weird and all that, but at the same time, there is a possibility of that as well. Okay. But the fact that she saw a pristine white and black shirt on this individual who is also covered in dirt and soot, that says a lot, especially given the fact that he's missing in that very area too. Okay. And so I appreciate Sabrina for giving us that information. And I hope that's some solid information. I hope it is, because that only gets Riley back home safe and home faster, right? But I am wondering, hopefully she sends it to me soon. If she does send it to me soon, then we will look at it together right now. But the photos and whatnot, if she sends it soon, hopefully she does. If she does, we will be looking at it as a family, guaranteed. If not, then hold on. Hold on. I do have a few other things while we wait. Okay. Hopefully she sends it soon, like I said. But if she doesn't, I will be doing it as a pop-up video. I'll share it with you guys. We will watch it together as a family. But there are still a few things that I need to bring up anyway. Of course, Luke Bryan and I'm sure his PR team came out with some information. They wanted to say some stuff He said something in a IG story that I wanted to share with you guys. And, I just thought it was interesting. And this is from his IG account. Okay. Says, y'all, this is scary. Praying for his safe return. TC Restaurant Group, operator and owner of Luke's 32 Bridge, is continuing to work closely with Metro Nashville Police Department to provide security camera footage and any other potentially helpful information to aid in the search for Riley Strain. Our thoughts are with his family and loved ones for his safe return. Now, this sounds like a PR statement, okay? And I will say this too. A lot of times these artists, these big names like Luke Bryan and the sort, lend their names to restaurants and brands. Doesn't automatically mean that he is the one running everything, making sure, tasting all the food, making sure everything's on point. Sometimes they just they put in a little bit of money into the and they invest into the space, and then of course they put their name on it because branding is everything. And of course, next thing you know, everybody and their mama wants to go over there because it's Luke Bryan's bar. You know what I mean? So, that guy that's on American Idol, the guy with the nice teeth and the tight pants. Yeah. Okay. People go and they'll go and check it out because of his name is on it. You know what I mean? It's like Nike putting their name on 32 Bridge. Nike's 32 Bridge. You know what I mean? So just because his name is on it does not mean that he is legally liable, okay, for what's going on. Now, but then again, he could also have everything to do with this too. But you got to remember, it says TC Restaurant Group, operator and owner of this, okay? Now, does that automatically mean that he is the one? No, I think he lent his name on it. He's getting cut a check, but there is somebody else who is the actual owner of this mother lover, and it is not Luke Bryan. He just gets cut a nice fat check, and we see this all the time. All kinds of restaurants that pop up with celebrities' names on it and all that. But to me, this statement is a very basic, cut and dry PR statement that I'm sure his PR agent wrote for him. He copied, pasted it, and put it up here. And then he put his own little piece on the top where he said, y'all, this is scary. Praying for his safe return. He really wrote that part, I'm sure. Okay. But all this other stuff is all this legal PR jargon type stuff. We're cooperating with, the local police department to give them any security footage that they may need. Praying for the family. Okay? So. Replay the video of him crossing the street, please. There's a bike and cart in the video. What? Is that true? Let's take a look. Hold on, guys. But yeah, that's just a very cut and dry, very blah. Okay, very, very, very normal response. Okay, but let me see. What was that video? Hold on, guys. Now you got me. You showed footage of Riley crossing the street and overstepping the curb. Right before Riley crosses, there's a man pulling a wagon. Oh, thank you so much, Danielle. I appreciate you pulling that up as well. Thank you to bring that up, bringing that to my attention. Thank you so very much. 1 second, guys. I have the video. Dag nab. Where is it? There it is, I think.
We're following.
Yep. Here it is. I thought I had the video. Let's take a look at this one more again. And if this is true, that's pretty wild. Hold on real quick. I thought I already said this. Yes, don't believe the friend. Thank you so much, Maddie Joe. Thank you so much, Mandy Joe. Sorry. Thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Okay, let's take a look at this again. Interesting. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Sabrina. Hey, Sabrina. Sabrina. Can I ask you something? It's right at the top. Holy cow. Could this be the same one? He's right here. Holy poop on a stick. Hold on. If this is true, that's wild. It's right there. We don't even need to play the video. I'm going to play the video anyway, but still. There's a guy pulling a cart. Cloth. Like she said, like the kind of one that's in college. Right? Wow. Okay, let's play the video. Now everyone keep your eyes on the man wearing the black hoodie. It looks like a jacket, pulling the cart at the bottom of the screen. Wow. Y'all are smart. You're so smart. You're loyal. You. All y'all. You're so smart and loyal. Now I understand why Nicole B was getting mad. She's like, if you don't show that video with the man with that cart, I'm like, dang. I thought, damn, you're smart. Damn. Okay. I got to do it again because I just love you guys. Man, you guys are amazing. Y'all should just jump. All 2,262 of y'all should jump back and kiss yourself like 17 times real quick. Y'all blessed. Thank you. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Y'all so damn smart. What the? Dang, nothing passes by you guys. Nothing. Have mercy. Shout out to the fam. Okay, I'm done kissing y'all asses. All right, let's take a look at this.
We're following some breaking news now.
Is
Metro
this the
Police
one?
have just released this new video in the search for missing college student
It's right
Riley
there.
Strain. So take a look here. This was Friday night, just before 10 o'clock. In a moment, you're going to
That
see
is
a
wild.
white van make a turn.
Oh,
There's a white van.
wild. That is so wild. I'm cutting the music, or it's cutting the sound. But look at that. That dude is just straight up. That is wild. Okay, hold on. That's one piece. All right. This is one piece. But he kind of slows down a little bit. Wait a second, though. Guys, just bless me with a little bit of time. Okay. Let me just. What are the chances? Hold on. What are the chances? That's interesting. Is Sabrina still in the chat, though? I sang out her name, too. Sabrina. If you got that footage, please send it my way. And I'm also wondering, is that the guy that you're describing? That's what I'd like to know as well. Hold on. Let's take a look. This is the full video of him walking. Dude is walking. Wow. Hold on. This is knuckin' futs if this is true. He passes right by the guy. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I can zoom. Hold on. You got me doing some work now. I'm kidding. Let me see. I don't know if I can. No, I can't zoom, unfortunately. I'd have to do a whole other. I'd have to like cut it and then send, you know what I mean? And do all this extra stuff. But this is interesting. Hold on. Take a look at this. I mean, it's hard to see. I know some of y'all are looking on your iPhone 4s, okay? But, which, you know, those phones have really small screens. But No shade, just saying. Okay, but still, let me play that again. That's interesting. And I'm trying to see if Sabrina's still in the chat, but I don't think she is. She might be busy just trying to get the stuff, the screenshots to me. Oh, there they are. Oh, this is a... It's very interesting because see, he's doing something, but clearly these girls that are walking right next to him are seeing that this guy is very, very drunk. There could have been some sort of talk. They could have said something to him like, yo, you all right, bro? Or something. Because they're still talk, and then they keep moving because he's clearly very inebriated. But then you got guy with cart here, right? And it almost seems like he was kind of slowing down a little bit. But then again, I could be overanalyzing the hell out of this. This guy could have nothing to do with this, guys. Again, he could have nothing to do with this. But he's walking, he's chilling, he's got his cart. And I don't know how heavy that cart is, but he kind of slows down a little bit. He keeps going. But it almost seems like he kind of... Now that could be the lighting, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It could be him kind of turning. Okay. Huh. I don't know. Hold on, guys. I'm checking a few things real quick. I got a few things I got to check. Uno momento, por favor. Okay. Yeah, I got so many other things we got to talk about. Yeah, this... Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking. I'm seeing if on Twitter sometimes you guys put up stuff, send me things and all that. So I'm just checking to make sure I'm not losing my mind with all this. But yeah, very, very interesting. So yeah, let me just... And then, of course, I think Sabrina did send me some things, so I'm trying to see what they are. But the thing is the photos that I've gotten thus far are not... They're strange screenshots. I will say that. Like this one. I don't know what this... I mean, unless it's just the shoes that she's trying to showcase. But I don't see any man with carts, dragging carts. Yeah, these photos are not clear what those photos are, unfortunately. Okay, I got a few other things I'm gonna share with you guys real quick. We got more. And please, guys, do me a favor, okay? Hit that like button down below. I see a bunch of y'all in here. Hit that like button down below if you're watching, okay? I know a lot of you guys are watching on X. Follow me on X, please and thank you. Follow. All right. And thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Nick. If there's more updates, I will be sharing with you guys on the Madeline Soto case. Sabrina, the man in camo, okay, is the one that pulls the cart, and the darker jacket is the man that rides the bike. Yeah, I just wish there was like, man, that's tough because let me show you guys the other one, because I was like, I don't know what the first one was, but no disrespect. I was just trying to figure out what this all meant. So let me share with you guys this too. This is camo jacket guy. Okay. Let me blow this up a little bit. But like I said, this is just like, screenshots of, I guess it's footage maybe. And they were just kind of, these two people were allegedly caught in the shots of these things. Okay. Let me see here though. What is this? The white bike at the end of the other video of Riley. She said, guy riding bike had shirt on. That's interesting. Which video? Because there's 3 different videos. The one where he's just falling on the floor, or the one where he's just stumbling across, right? While he's walking, you could tell he's like holding up against the wall. He's like it looks like he's on his phone. There's the other one where he's just literally running, right? So which one is that you guys are talking about? Okay. Now I will ask Sabrina, if you're since you are in the chat, okay. Since you are in the chat, I got to ask you. I just showed the video of him stumbling across, and the guy pulling that cart. Was that cart that you described? Did it look a lot like the cart that was in that video? That's what I'd like to know. Because if it looked exactly like that, then that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Let me just pull up what I mean. If you're still on the chat. This cart right here. Let me blow this up. Hopefully Sabrina's in the chat still. But I'm curious. Is this okay? Sabrina, we did not have any with their face, and I cropped out the volunteers that was feeding. Thank you so much for being so conscientious of that. It does mean a lot. Okay. But I do appreciate you doing that. But this hoodie right here, right? This hoodie, this very cart, is there a connection? Does this look familiar to you? In fact, let me just do this right quick. I mean, it's hard to get a good, clean shot, but I'm going to try something. Let's do that. Holding up against the wall. Okay. I'll take a look at that video again too, because that's very interesting. Okay. Hold on. Trying to pull it up. Sorry, guys. Lo siento. Where the heck is it? Where the heck did it go? Man, do I hate when it does that. Hold on, let me do that again, guys. Sorry. Come on. There we go. Boom. Does this look familiar? What he pulls looks like an academic cloth wagon with cloth on both sides, or with cloth sides and bottom, that looks very similar to the one the man pulls. Wow. I do not recall seeing a logo on the one he pulls is all black. Well, I don't see any logo at all. But that is a very interesting piece. Like, let me take this out. Let me make sure I read that again, okay? Because again, let me take this. Like, this is kind of tough because, you know, street cameras, I wish, you know what I'm saying? Dag nabbit. It's like UFO sightings sometimes. You know what I mean? I just kind of wish it would just be pristine in 4K. But there's no camo on that jacket. I will say that. That's very true. But, you know, he you know, you never know. The brother might have options, okay? He might have more than just one hoodie or one jacket with a hoodie. You feel me? So he might be wearing one day and then he wears the other one the other day, you know? So there is a possibility of that. And what is he carrying around in that cart? There could be extra clothes in there, shoes, whatnot. Okay. But take a look at this. Okay. It's very, very interesting. This does look like it's black or a dark navy blue. Okay. So again, Sabrina, thank you. What he pulls looks like an academic cloth wagon with cloth sides and bottom. Looks very similar to the one that the man pulls, which is big. I did not recall seeing a logo on the one he pulls is all black. I don't see any logo, but at the same time, this is not great footage. Let me just say that. The footage is not great. But it is interesting enough for people to want to take a look at this and go, something must be amiss here. Maybe. He crosses paths with this guy. That's interesting. He crosses paths with our friend Riley. Okay? So that's interesting. Now, again, this could be nothing. Could just be another guy pulling a cart. There is a possibility of that. But at the same time, that's very interesting. We just had a phone call from Sabrina. Saw a guy wearing a shirt, pristine, but he was covered in soot and dirt. Okay? Clearly someone who could be living off the streets. Wearing the sounds like the description matching the shirt that Riley was wearing the night that he disappeared. Okay? So that is some information that I think is very important. Okay? That's a good question too. Michi? Sabrina, okay. It appears he has a distinctive walk. So they're asking Sabrina, if she's still in the chat, does the guy you saw with the cart have a distinctive walk? That's a good question too. And I'll let her answer that at her leisure. Let us take a look at this video. Okay, we're going to go back to this video again. Wow, this is some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. The one where it's the one where he's running, right? It's the one where he falls, correct? Or is it the one where he's walking across drunk? In fact, you know what? F it. We're going to watch both. It don't even matter. So I'm going to play the one where he's walking across drunk, where we see him like stumbling, holding the wall, basically. All right? We're going to take a look at that. Blat out. Here it is again. Now, I will say this. I don't see anybody in that footage, in this footage. In fact, I'm wondering, hold on. Let me see, because I don't think I have one full uninterrupted shot of him just walking, the full video of him walking across. Let me see something here really quick. That's that one. Yeah, I don't have so if that's the one that you guys are talking about, that's not, I don't see a bike. Some of y'all are saying a black car, same black car. Hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at some. Someone said that there's a longer version. Okay, longer video. Cyan. Okay, let me see if it's there. Because I've been looking, on the internets, and I haven't seen nothing about a new video or a longer video. But that is very, very interesting nonetheless. Okay. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Everyone's showing the. Everyone's showing the one where he's running like in the parking lot area where he's just, where he trips and falls. But there isn't any video. I don't see any full video of him walking across. So if anybody, aside from the one that we just saw with the guy with the hand cart, okay. So that is something that's interesting to me. There is a longer version of him walking across the street. I'm gonna share that with you guys here real quick. I just need to get it though, so just give me 2 seconds. But there is something odd. But it could be nothing as well. So I'm just going to pull this up really quick. And Carrie, if you don't mind looking for it and sending it my way, please and thank you. Okay. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. But let me pull this video up right quick. So something's interesting here. It's not the greatest quality. I will say that again. But let me share this with you guys. This, he's just still. So we all saw this. Again, I don't see personally, anybody riding a bike. Okay, it's just him walking. Now he's walking over here. Okay, and then there's this other part. There it is. Oh, wow. Wow. There it is. So who that be? Okay, you talked about a bike. Oh, wow. Wow. If anybody has a better quality video of this, damn, please holler at your boy. But now I keep on leaning on Sabrina and I feel bad. But Sabrina, I'm curious. I'm going to zoom in on this too, because this is very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. I've got questions. I got questions, guys. And I'm curious, is this the same person that you speak of? Does he have a white bike? You said it's very odd. Sabrina said it's very odd for him to be rocking, here riding a bike, right? Am I right? As I recall from our conversation, that phone call, right? So I'm wondering if Sabrina's still here too. And I hate to be leaning on her so damn much, but this is crucial information. And if there is, but that's interesting though, right? You got a guy with a cart and you got a guy on a bike and they're in the same vicinity with each other. Like I said, I got questions. I got questions, y'all. So if that is true, Very interesting. Is the bike a white bike? That's interesting, right? Wow. Hold on. You guys are sending me stuff, so I'm gonna check. Let me see. I'll take a look at that in a second. Oh, wow. So his bike is silver color with black handles. Hold on. I mean, in this light, the way it looks, that looks like a white bike. It does look white, but it could be a light silver bike. It could be. So who's... Hold on, guys. That's interesting. I know it's super grainy. It's hard to see. It is super grainy. You know, lo siento. This is also super grainy. See, this is the problem with security cams. I wish they would just all upgrade to like just high quality 4K type ish. You see what I'm saying? But let me play this one too. You never know. And this one is not. This one's weird looking. Hold on. This one's weird looking. It may be. That might be it. Let's see here. Yeah, it to me it looks like a light or like a white or a light gray, possibly silver bike. But this is very, very small, so it's hard to really see this one. But again, the fact that we just heard from someone who was down in this particular area, giving back, helping the homeless, and seeing somebody wearing a shirt that closely matches or may be identical to what he was last wearing, okay, what Riley was last wearing, says a lot. And I urge you, Sabrina, please call 50. Like, call him immediately, because you got two very distinct individuals, okay? One of them is is pulling a cart. And you know that this guy, allegedly, who is wearing the shirt, would ride around with a person with a cart. And he's a male. That is a man. And he is also pulling a cart, a cloth cart that you just described. This does look like navy blue, but it could be the lighting from the actual LED headlights that are shining on him right now to give off a bluish hue on the cart, but it is dark navy blue or black. Then you also said the person that's actually wearing the shirt rides a bike. And I know this is crappy as hell. This footage right here is trash. But in the footage, there's a guy riding on a bike in close proximity to young Riley as he's drunkenly walking down the street. Don't worry, we will rewatch those moments one more again. But to me, this says something is going on, and maybe they could have jumped this guy and let him there to just whatever. I don't know. But something's not right here. Something's definitely not right here. Okay? Hold on, guys. I'm pulling up the video again. Here's man in the cart again. And shoot, if I had time, I'd cut this up and try to share it so that people can look at this, because it could be something and it could be nothing, right? But it could be something. You got a guy walking around in a cart. You guys, she saw them 2 days later. Okay, 2 days later. And then I'm also wondering what was going on in the conversation between these two women and Riley right here. Did something happen to him as he was crossing the street, while he was walking down the street? Was he hurt? Did they hurt? Did something happen? You see what I'm saying? Did something happen? Did he get hurt in some sort of way? Because he is kind of looking at his arm in a weird, funny way. And I keep wondering if, like, maybe he got injured. Maybe somebody hurt him. Maybe the guy on the bike attacked him while the other one's walking down nonchalantly with his cart. Maybe waiting for low-hanging fruit. Maybe doing the slowest deer theory, just waiting for one of them, waiting for a guy like Riley to be a little bit too drunk so that they could steal from him. That is a possibility. Oh, that's true too, Dina. It could have been from the fall as well, when he fell in the parking lot. Remember when he ran and he fell on the parking lot? That could be it too. Okay, I'll take a look at the emails. Okay, hold on. I got another photo. I'm going to pull that up in a second. It could be a Nashville city bike. That could have been it too. It could have been a downtown Nashville bike rental. It could have been as well. That could have been it. Damn. Interesting. Hold on. I'm pulling it all up. Hold on. A lot to dissect, guys. A lot to dissect. Now, again, this could be nothing. But then it could be everything too. I don't know. But at the same time, I don't want to automatically just put all the blame on a guy nonchalantly. He could be innocently walking down a street with a cart. You see what I'm saying? That could also be it too. So we have to keep that in consideration. But look at these bikes. Right? That's very familiar to what we just saw, which is this bike. So this could just be some random guy. This looks exactly like those city bikes, those rentals. You know what I mean? You get it. You can tour, you can bike around and all that stuff. So that could very well be it too. This could be a innocent dude riding the bike, or it could be a bad guy. Right, but Dina just said if he had a bike, if the bike was a rental, that would make sense. She said it's uncommon for them to have, for guys like them to have a bike, but apparently he rides this bike. He rides a bike a lot, unless he was able to break the bike, which I think is very odd. But I guess anything's possible. But she said silver. He rides a silver bike. So I don't know. Something doesn't seem right. That's interesting. I mean, Nicole B just said, unless he robbed and used his wallet, they need to check all bike rental software. They should. Now that could very well be it too. There's a possibility of that too. That maybe something happened. You feel me? Maybe he fell. Maybe he was able to go over there and pickpocket him really quick because he's so inebriated he wouldn't know if he was getting pickpocketed. Maybe that's what happened here too. Like I said, I don't know. There's the possibilities are endless with this mug. You feel me? But then in my mind, I'm like, but then why, if he already has a bike, if he owns his own bike, Why would he go and rent a city bike out of nowhere? It just seems a bit odd to me. You see what I'm saying? But what did Doris say? Sabrina's on a work call. She said it's similar in size, shape, but I don't remember it being white. It is more silver looking. She is calling the tip line back when she gets off work call. Yes. Yes, I see. Thank you so much. And Sabrina, I appreciate you giving all the information. Most of the clothes the homeless wear are oversized and they layer. So it would be hard to know it was under a 3/4 zip jacket. Okay. Gotcha. And thank you for the information. This is some very interesting information, guys. Again, I'm curious. This could very well be just any old guy on a bike, on a city bike, unless this guy stole money, or stole the bike itself to catch up to Riley to do more, or something like that, to steal from this guy. But no matter what, if it's black and white, black and tan, whatever it may be, because to me, it looks like it could be off-white. It could also be pristine white. Doesn't matter. It's very interesting information that Sabrina gave us on the show. That is pretty damn amazing. Okay. And it could very well be, these two men. Again, you got a guy pulling a cart. Then you also have a guy riding a bike. Both of these guys were seen in Tent City, I guess, getting food from volunteers. And apparently the guy on the bike was wearing a shirt that very much matched what Riley was wearing. That is pretty wild stuff. So if that is true, have mercy. I'm hoping that they're going to go into Tent City and start asking questions, or at least start investigating a few things, because this to me is big information. I'm going to keep it 100% with you guys. Again, it could be nothing, but it also could be everything at the same time. And from what I understand, they're out here looking. Police are looking with no results. I don't even know if they've even looked in Tent City, just to start asking questions. And you got a kid who literally was a sitting duck for any type of person that wants to do some breaking the law. Okay. This was a vulnerable kid, heavily inebriated, leaving a bar. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of crime that happened on his way to wherever he was heading off to in his drunken stupor. So that's some interesting stuff, guys. Have mercy. Have mercy. Again, it could be nothing, but it could be everything all at the same time. Here's to getting some clarity and getting some truth, and hopefully bringing Riley Strain back home to his mama. Anyway, guys, that's the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Dang, that was a lot bigger of a show than I was expecting. Okay. But I do appreciate all y'all for being here. Really, it does mean a lot. You guys are phenomenal. All you guys that are watching on all these platforms, it does mean a lot. Real talk. We got a lot of stories and a lot of conversations to have very, very soon. Okay. Please. Big thank you to Sabrina for calling in and giving us that information. That was big information. And I'm hoping that this helps. I hope that this show and this information helps, because we need that. I appreciate you guys being so bold in calling in and giving us information. We need that. I encourage everyone to do that more often. Okay. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. Please do me a favor before we head off. Okay, all y'all that are watching on all the platforms, make sure you hit that like button down below, please and thank you. Make sure you hit that follow button on my Twitter, because I see a bunch of y'all on Twitter. If you ain't following me on Twitter by now, I don't know, we need to have words. I'm kidding. But hit that follow button, okay? Also share this feed. That would be amazing. Please and thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, please. We're almost at 119,000 subscribers. Have mercy. That is insane, okay? But I appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that follow button on my Facebook page if you're watching over there as well. That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. And yeah, guys, it is time to get going. Please go check out my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. If you want to support, please, by all means, go over and hit that join button if you're watching on YouTube. Become a member of The Pascal Show. That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. So please do that as well. Right now, hit that join button, all right? And, of course, check out PascalMerch.com. Also, go check out my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Go over there. Subscribe over there. We got some clips coming out this week for sure. From all the great conversations and topics that we've been covering, we got some clips coming from phone calls, etc., coming over there this week. So please subscribe to my secondary channel right now. That would be amazing, okay? Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Man, thank you guys so much for this show. Thank you guys for giving us some more information. We got more stuff and more conversations to have. Get ready for it, because it's about to get wild. And hopefully we get some more information for Riley's family. We need that, okay? I appreciate it. And you know what, Sabrina, Henry, another Sabrina, I just want to say thank you. I would love to be at 1 million, okay? But at the same time, I'm just thankful that we're here, you know? So I appreciate you guys. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Hopefully this show was helpful, and hopefully 5-0 sees it and they start looking at some things, okay? But much love to you guys. A milli. Yeah, let's go, right? We're getting there. Anyway, time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very soon. Stay blessed, everybody. I'll see you guys tonight, though. We got some things to talk about. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.